Pete Davidson slams fan who criticized Ariana Grande.
Kim Kardashian defends Kylie Jenner's Forbes magazine cover.
And Taylor Swift gets stuck mid-air at her concert.
All that and so much more on today's rundown. What's up, you guys? Welcome to The Dur. Naz and Drew here, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but fans are actually donating money to Kylie Jenner.
How can I get on that train?
Like, what?
Can I be Kylie? Can you donate money to me? Please. But first, we need to talk about how Pete Davidson is defending his girl Ariana Grande. Pete Davidson certainly isn't shy about showing off how much he loves Ariana. From the tattoos, to the engagement, to the almost daily Instagram pictures and comments, the SNL comedian wants the whole world to know who has his heart. His latest display of affection was a picture of Ariana he posted to his Instagram. The singer can be seen wearing the FDNY necklace of Pete's late father, who died in the 9/11 attacks. The chain has his badge number on it, which both Pete and Ari already have tattooed on themselves, Pete on his forearm and Ari on her foot, but one fan thought the necklace was going too far. He commented on the post saying, quote, "No girl should ever wear your dad's chain, so disrespectful." Pete was not having it. He wrote back to the critic, quote, "For your information, that's not just some girl. That's my fiance. She's the greatest person I know. I gave it to her because she has my heart, and that is the most precious thing I own. My dad would be so happy, and I love her so much." Ariana showed her support for Pete by commenting, quote, "I love you more than anything." Good for him. Who does that person think they are? Like, that's none of your business who he wants to give his dad's chain to.
I never understand when people get so mad about something that doesn't affect them at all.
At all.
What does it matter if someone's wearing a necklace that has nothing to do with you?
Right. And like, if Pete doesn't think it's disrespectful, then who are you?
It reminds
Who you be?
Who you be? It reminds me of, like, you know when you go out to eat with someone and maybe you're like not hungry?
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't want to order anything. And my friends get mad.
I hate that.
And they're like, well, I wouldn't have came. And it's like, well, what's the difference? What do you care
Like, eat
if
your
food gets in
food.
my stomach? Who you be?
Everybody's a critic.
Taylor Swift was in Philadelphia over the weekend on her Reputation tour, and she got stuck in midair during her concert.
Gravity.
So if you're a diehard Swiftie, chances are you know exactly what's gone down at each and every one of Taylor's Reputation tour dates thus far. But just in case you somehow missed it, Taylor's shows in Philadelphia over the weekend has generated a ton of buzz, and this is why. So in the middle of her show on Saturday night in Lincoln Financial Field, Taylor's set malfunctioned while she was suspended in a basket in midair. So instead of trying to hide the mishap like many other pop stars normally do, Taylor kept it real with her fans, and she even slipped in a few extra songs in while the stage crew tried to figure out exactly what was wrong. Eventually, Taylor wound up getting in a different cage, which took her to another stage at the back of the arena, and while the malfunction came as quite a surprise, it actually wasn't the only surprise of the weekend. So, at Taylor's concert the night before, which was also in Philly, a couple got engaged right in front of Taylor's eyes at her meet and greet, and obviously Taylor took to Instagram to share the news with her millions of followers, and she even captioned the photo saying, quote, "They walk into the meet and greet and he says, 'We met 5 years ago at the Red Tour.'" She also included the hashtag third wheel. So relatable. First of all, about this engaged couple, I saw it on Instagram. I'm sure you guys have seen it on Instagram at this point too, but Taylor uploaded 3 pictures, and her reaction in the third picture is so cute. She's like, ah, and the guy's just like proposing. And I think these fans were picked at random, which is crazy. Because like that guy must have been ready.
Right.
Like he probably had a whole different plan, and this turned out being so much better. But
He probably couldn't even focus on the concert. He's probably like, oh no, here it comes. I have it in my pocket. What am I gonna do?
I know, I'd be so nervous to propose
So nervous.
to someone.
But
What?
what
were you gonna say?
Would you want to be proposed to in public?
I think we talked about this before. Absolutely not, because if I want to say no, I feel like I'd have to say yes.
We talked about that.
But what I was going to say is I also would not want to be a pop star musician, because if there's a malfunction, I would be terrified.
That happened to Beyonce recently too. What's up with these stages breaking down?
I know.
All right, you guys, we all know that the Kardashians are very close. In fact, they're related by blood. So it makes complete sense that Kim Kardashian came to Kylie Jenner's defense when people started getting on her case about the Forbes cover. Last week, Kylie Jenner was recognized by Forbes magazine as one of America's richest self-made women. At just 20 years old, she is worth about $900 million and is set to become the youngest self-made billionaire ever by the time she hits 22. The Kylie Cosmetics CEO is facing tons of backlash for this honor, however, because people say she's not self-made at all. In fact, without coming from a rich and famous family, she probably would have never been able to launch the company with such a success straight off the bat. But older sister Kim Kardashian West totally disagrees, saying that the youngest member of the Kar-Jenner clan definitely deserves the title and recognition and doesn't understand why people are being so critical. Kim tells Refinery29, quote, "I really didn't get it because she is self-made. We are all self-made. What? Because we came from a family that has had success? To me, that doesn't really make sense. I know so many people like that who haven't turned out to be as successful as Kylie. If anything, I've seen the complete opposite." The 37-year-old adds that she's proud of her little sister for, quote, "Me, Kylie, not one of the siblings, has ever depended on our parents for anything besides advice. That's how I lived my life with my dad, Robert Kardashian. He never gave me anything. We might have the opportunity, but I've seen it go the complete opposite way. Nobody works harder than my sisters and my mom." Kylie has also mentioned that she plans to pass down her empire to Stormi, her daughter, and Kim wants to do the same with North with KKW Beauty, which is awesome.
How do you feel about this, Drew? Because I'm so torn about this subject
Yeah.
because I feel like, yes, you know, they had their own reality show and they always had like some money, I feel like.
Yeah.
But they really turned everything into like a monopoly. Like they are like a massive, massive brand. So that had to have taken some hard work, good decisions, and they have to sacrifice a lot of their privacy, obviously, with the world.
Right.
But, you know, I do understand when people say, well, she had a lot of money to start this business.
Someone made a good comparison. They said, if you start on third base, it's easier to run home. And if you start on first base, technically you could say that Kylie started on, I'd say maybe second base. Like they had money, she had the show, which gave her the social media following, which helped with launching her brand.
Right.
I still think what she was able to do with, which basically started out as lipsticks or lip glosses, is huge now that it's like $1 billion company.
Right.
Could someone who lives in the projects right now, by the time they turn Kylie's age, be the same place? Maybe, but I think it helps to have a whole reality show that's really, you know what I mean, behind it.
It totally helps.
Yeah.
But in Kylie's defense, there are people that have a lot of money that never parlay it into something big. So I think Kylie did find a niche.
Yeah.
She was like, people want, you know, fun colors in their lipstick. They want cool packaging, and she made it happen. Either way.
Good for her.
Good for her.
No one's hating. At least I'm not.
Okay, so we just talked about Kylie being on the Forbes cover and how people were mad about it. Well, this story might just make you a little mad. So ever since Forbes magazine declared that Kylie is set to potentially become the youngest ever self-made billionaire of today, her fans have been scrambling to make this prediction come true for their queen. This is not a lie, you guys. So at the time Forbes' self-made billionaires issue was released, the outlet reported that Kylie's fortune is currently worth $900 million, which is obviously 100 shy of an actual billion. So when Kylie's diehard fans realized this, one fan in particular made it their life's mission to help Kylie reach the incredible milestone as soon as possible by creating a GoFundMe campaign. So Instagram star Josh Ostrovsky, aka the Fat Jew, started the fundraiser on GoFundMe and wrote in the description box saying, quote, "Kylie Jenner was on the cover of Forbes magazine today for having a net worth of $900 million, which is heartbreaking. I don't want to live in a world where Kylie Jenner doesn't have $1 billion. We must raise $100 million to help her get to $1 billion. Please spread the word. This is extremely important." Okay, so obviously this whole GoFundMe campaign is a joke, but the crazy part is some people have actually been donating money towards this cause. So far, the campaign has raised roughly $2,000, but no word yet on whether or not Kylie will actually get this money from the campaign or if the money raised will go towards a great cause. I'm sorry, but this story makes me so mad. Has nothing to do with Kylie, but like, come on guys, you could be donating that money to like any other cause, any other person in the entire world, and you're donating it to someone that doesn't need the money.
See,
and that to me just makes me angry because I think it's stupid. Sorry.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe page today and say that I wanna buy 5 House of CB dresses because I deserve it, okay? And I'm gonna ask all you to go onto that page and donate $10 each. Now, if 10,000 of you watch this and 10,000 of you donate $10, do the math, okay? Your girl's gonna be flying her House of CB.
You know what's crazy is that people actually would donate probably to you.
I need it.
And that actually makes me happy that people out there care about your wardrobe.
I appreciate it.
I'm a hypocrite.
You can see them here.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe too. Here we go.
All right, guys, moving on along. I love Harry Styles. Naz loves Harry Styles. I'm sure a lot of you do. And according to him, we're all gay. Harry performed his final show from Harry Styles live on tour at the Forum in Inglewood on Saturday night. As usual, the Forum brought out a ton of celebs due to its close proximity to LA. In attendance at Harry's last tour stop were Shawn Mendes and Kendall Jenner, who partied alongside hairstylist Jen Atkin. Despite all these famous eyeballs, Harry seemed to be feeling particularly open on Saturday night. In between songs, Harry asked a fan if he could read their sign.
I'm gay. And I love you.
After Harry read the sign, he responded to the fan by saying this.
I love you as well. Thank you for coming. I mean, we're all a little bit gay, aren't we?
Now, if you're not totally sure what you just heard, Harry replied to the fan saying, quote, I love you as well. Thank you for coming. I think we're all a little bit gay, aren't we? This isn't the first time Harry has alluded to his bisexuality. In March, Harry previewed a new song called Medicine, which sings about sleeping with men and women. I think this is great.
I love Harry. He's so hot.
He is hot.
I always say, I love that Harry's open with his bisexuality, and I truly feel deep down that God made Harry for all people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he's just too stunning and incredible of a human being to, like, just be for, like, one.
That's what when I like see a really hot guy, I'm just like, there's no way you're just straight, because like you need to be shared with everyone.
There's gotta be enough to go around.
Everyone, you know?
Everyone. All right, you guys, well, it is the end of DHR, and of course, Drew and I have questions for you. We really want to know what you think of the couple that got engaged at the Taylor Swift concert.
And I want to know, what do you guys think about people donating to Kylie Jenner? And should I open my GoFundMe page? Are you gonna donate so I can buy a dress? Let me know in the comment section below. So funny.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit us up on our socials. I'm on Instagram at @NazPerez.
And I'm at Drew__Dorsey.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
Bye.
But before you guys go, you're gonna wanna click over here because Justin Bieber's jeweler just spilled on Hailey Baldwin's engagement ring, and I promise you, you're gonna wanna check this out.
And subscribe. It's right here.